Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday night, another Tales from the Flipside. This is Tales from the Flipside, episode 169. We've got a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe talk. Market report is going to start it all off, so let's jump right in.
Tales from the Flipside. Flipside.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Full house. We always got a full house now. It's nice to have the Flipside crew in tow. We've got John Z, Ben S. The CEO is with us, Mercenaut and Big Leg, and I'm Brian McClay. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We've got some news that we're going to hit on later with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so stick around for that. But we're just going to get right into the market report. We're going to do John Z a favor because he's an old man.
Yeah, got to go to freaking work in the butt crack early tomorrow. So
it's okay. But before we get right into it, I want to remind everybody, hit that subscribe button. I've got something interesting to share. I'm going to share it a couple times throughout the night. This is really cool, you guys. We might do it during the stream tonight, depending on how many people are here. We are live. 3960 is our subscribe count. We might hit 4,000 subscribers live tonight on the show. So we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping. It's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. Getting 40 subscribers in one show is like super impossible, but at least you guys know how close we are. So if you are not subscribed to the show yet, do us a favor, hit that little red subscribe button, hit us with a thumbs up, let us know how we're doing, and let's get right into the market report. Here we go. All right, starting it all off, John, you ready?
Yep. All right, I decided to do Golden Age first today because, well, I wanted to.
Bender.
Yeah, started off with a strong one. Startling Comics 49, the Schomburg bondage robot cover, aka Bender. This bad boy is impossible. Honestly, this feels like a decent price. I don't know what if it really was graded as nice as they say, but man, that feels like a good score. If I had the cash, I would have probably bought that one because that is, when you're talking iconic covers, that's in the top 20, 25 of the Golden Age, right? Everybody knows that one.
Yeah, that's on everybody's want list.
So.
I saw one of those a couple months back. Some guy picked up in a GA lot. It was like a 6 or a 7, maybe. It was ridiculous.
Oh, damn.
Hey, okay. If it wasn't missing a page, what are we talking?
It'd be cool. It'd be almost 5 times that.
Woo. Okay.
Really?
I think so. I mean, that feels like it is so tough to find.
But one page 5 times? I definitely would think more. I mean, obviously it would be more, but
I think it presents really well, so we've got a strong bid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that just from the screen, like the color looks pretty great with the red dress, with this guy getting all rusty, apparently.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's a diving suit.
No, it's stainless steel, man. That shit don't rust, man.
It's because it's the robot from, what's the robot? Bender. It's Bender.
Bender.
That doesn't hurt it, man. It's been a classic, and it just kind of has really just, it gave it a little gas.
On a side note, Bender's got to be one of the best comedic characters ever created, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
I go a little out of order purely because sometimes I like to have a theme. Mary Marvel first appearance. I love this book, as we've talked about many times because every time I see it sell, I talk about it. But if you see the back cover there, those were 2 collectible cards that you could cut out of this book, and so many of them have those cards missing. So I mean, most of these books are incomplete at best, but this one presents really well for the grade. $750 is not a bad price because, like I said, I would say half of them I see have the cards missing. So, cool book. Somebody got a nice looking copy. Was on a bit of a Marvel family roll. I haven't seen this book come off too often. It's a real sweet ass cover with the black and then the full moon Captain Marvel Jr. Origin issue. 2K. Beautiful, beautiful book. And the whole reason I got on this theme was because of this sale. I've been waiting for years and years and years for this book to finally take stride. It had been sitting at about $800 to $1,000 a point. I probably have this around a 3.5. There's a small piece in the back missing, some wear and tear. Hit almost 9K. So big jump.
Do you still have yours?
I got one of them. I traded one at one point, but I still have the 5.5.
Nice.
See, so even if you got Golden Age finally, we've been talking about how it just hasn't seen the upticks like everything else has. Of course, a movie needle move this thing again, right?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So here we are, back to saying Golden Age getting its due, and here it is as a first appearance of a movie character.
I didn't pull any of them this time, but I have seen Shazam 28 starting to move too. So yeah, it's hitting its stride.
Yeah.
Hey Z, are your kids like squadding up right now on Warzone?
He's doing something with Tarkov. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Escape from Tarkov, Dr.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
See, I got the ears. I got the ears, baby. I know.
He's gonna go away soon, but I let him play late. This is one I just don't think I've ever seen. It's a sweet Sheldon Moldoff cover. Unknown World 1. It just really caught my eyes. A beautiful cover that I've not seen. $250 for a 3.5. Only 24 in the census, with a 9.0 being the highest. So one of those things I'm going to probably put on my watch list and kind of grab one if I ever see it again.
Yeah, it's dope. I like that.
That's also the kind of book, if you had one in this market, you put it up for like $1,500.
Yeah, way more than that.
And let 30 people fall in love with it, and one of them just like, oh, I can afford it.
Yeah, that's again, only 24 copies. They ain't going to come up very often.
Yeah.
All right, into the more world of what the fudge. This is what I'm going to call this next section. This is got to be one of the ugliest copies of Giant Size X-Men one I've ever seen. If you're listening on the podcast, I can't describe how bad it is. Looks like it was watered up in a pond and pulled out, and to boot, it's in a PGX slab.
Very apropos.
It looks like a burn victim.
Yeah, you definitely good job using PGX on this.
and it looked like somebody had like a bonfire and like got it a little too close and then ripped it away from the fire. Like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's how they started. They started the fire with that.
Yeah.
That looks like an angry X.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was in the fire and then somebody put it in the pond. I mean, it's bad. But 561, this market's crazy, right?
Is there a lower grade than 0.5?
You could do a page, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you could send it to the new page grading service that puts them in Mylar.
Like I feel like this is doing a disservice to 0.5s.
Yeah, no shit, dude. I'd rather have a coverless.
I mean, it is really bad.
You can get a coverless 0.3 now, right?
I think so. But I love that we're all like, I would never throw away a low grade. Is better than no grade, but this one might be the exception. It is real
dude.
rough.
That might stink up. That might seep out of the PGX slab and stink up the rest of the shit in your closet.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
Yeah, and they using PGX. PGX still overgraded it as usual.
Yeah. But that slab will hurt you if you need to throw it at somebody.
Yeah, that's true. You take that slab into battle.
All right.
In the zombie apocalypse.
Next, what the F for me is this one. A 7.5 Malibu Sun 13, $400. That feels salty to me.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
What do you mean by salty? Like it should be selling for more, or that's crazy?
It feels really high for a 7.5.
Yeah, dude. I sold a 9.6 for $350.
No, listen.
Brave new world, boys.
It is, but it's a brave new world. But I kind of agree with you because when I first saw this and when I was putting this together, I was like, "Oh, that must be the air version, right?"
Yeah, right.
And then,
yeah, of course, that wouldn't be that bad.
But what ASM we took, we talked about the ASM going 300, going for what 7,000. It's like Nico said, it's a brave new world.
I did just watch Comic Link at a 9.8 300. I didn't put it in because it was last minute. It went for like 62 and change. There's another one. I don't know if it's tomorrow night or the next section of the auction, but a little less than eBay because eBay had one sell out of my comic shop for 7,400. So I guess 400 doesn't sound that bad, but this book to me, like it just a 7.5 is a hurt grade on a modern to me. I would have probably thought somebody'd pay more raw than a 7.5. So I don't know. I think I got at least two more in the what the fuck section here. Captain America 337, first appearance of U.S. agent costume, near mint minus.
The fuck out of here.
I didn't dig into it. There's two bids. I don't even know what to say on this one.
I think we know what Mel V would say.
Yeah. Yes. Can we get a clip of that? Maybe we use a soundbite next time. Maybe we need a graphic for that. Somebody get us a graphic to play. This one is the price to me makes no sense. Maybe it's a SIG thing I don't understand. Hulk 340 has been on fire. Blue labels are over 2K, but this is a SS 98 McFarlane Ramita. It was listed as 7,000 or best offer. According to GPA, it sold for 6K, which makes not a lot of sense since all the other SSs I've seen. Not a ton of sales like in the last week, but some in the last couple months were not anywhere near this.
Is it the only triple sign?
And if Stan Lee would have signed that shit on the other claw, that thing would have been badass. Why?
Maybe it's the triple sign. Maybe I just that feels.
He can't fucking aim, dude.
I just man.
By the time this label came out, man, he died 2 months later.
Yeah.
I mean, but are 3 SIGs worth 4K?
I mean, dude, it's I don't know. I mean, it's
okay. So you got that 181 that's quad signed. Is that worth like 100,000 now leg?
I don't know.
It's like,
dude, I have no idea, but I'm pretty happy about that. That's one of the last ones. That's one of the last ones to go. You know, and especially you know what I mean. But
yeah, I get it, dude.
And you can't really recreate it. First off, if people are having such horror stories, sending books into SS for CGC. So even if you wanted, even you know what I mean, like say you had a 9.8 of Stan, and you wanted to add Todd onto it. Like, you know, JR is sort of a throw-in, I think, on this book, but not on a lot of books, but to me. So
I don't know if this is trolling, but
yeah, but you know what I mean? Getting it together, like, doesn't matter. But that's just somebody's like crown jewel.
So somebody just said the label makes a difference, that the Stan Lee SIG.
Yeah, so that's the rare silver, and then I guess there's a red label that's even rarer. That's I guess when his signature was in red.
Oh,
hey, who knows? I don't know. I don't claim to understand them.
Look at everybody. I guess
slab variants. Get out of here, dude.
We're collecting labels.
CGC. I was trying to do an order the other day, and it was holding me up, so I couldn't get one in before the cutoff because every time they ask, "This is eligible for a label. Would you like this special label? It would be an $8 upcharge. Thank you." Or $5, whatever it was. So.
I tried on two books for resale on them. I tried with for 2 custom labels, and and they took forever to get back. I paid more. They charge it as a separate order and separate shipping. So like when you do that at checkout, your special labels go into a second one. So you got to pay for more. And after you've done the paperwork and realize that, you're like, son of a bitch. So I remember sending the 2, and they got hammered. And I'm like, really?
At least
like you paid for the extra shit.
Face, you know, right?
That's true.
The hologram's not covering his face like all the other stupid ass labels.
Well, what might make sense with Stan is if the hologram covered his face, it'd be like all his SIGs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And subbing books or even subbing for friends, I tried it the one time, actually 2 times, because on site of Baltimore they had a special Valiant label, and I had those. Well,
that paid off.
Yeah, those number 10. I got a 9.9 on one of them with the Valiant label. So yeah, I sold it like 2 days later.
All right, we're out of the F section. I mean, this is still a crazy price, but X-Men 129.96, first Hellfire Club, and everybody else, 1894, so almost 2K. I remember when a 9.8 was less than this. Mind you, that was a long time ago. Everything X-Men is on fire. I mean, literally everything. This one is another one, the X Factor 6, 9.8, 650. I remember, what was it? Maybe 12 to 18 months ago, you couldn't give this book away.
Yep.
It was cold after the X-Men Apocalypse. So.
That in 24, right?
Oh yeah, they were dead.
Dude,
Okay.
I was leaving fine copies online at like $20 last year.
Weren't touching it.
I'm just like, nah, dude, because I'm sure I got some left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
It's
X-Men
a
has
cool
come back
book, but
strong.
there's just a lot of them. I actually like the book, but there's just a whole lot of them.
Well, and we all got so burned on it last time, I think.
Oh, I think that movie dropped when I got married, and I got home and I didn't sell anything or list anything for like a month, and I was like, son of a bitch. And this pile of fucking Apocalypse sitting here. What am I gonna do now?
It went bad. So if you were smart and held on, congrats, you're finally cashing out. This one threw me. First Taskmaster 9.8, not even a newsstand, almost 2 freaking K. This
Doesn't
was
matter. Doesn't matter.
$400 book for a long time.
I would if I had the money, and even I've been looking for a newsstand. It's like $3,000 right now, I think, or 2,500.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah, I know, but
Newsstands
it's like,
are at least a 50% premium from what I've been seeing lately.
yeah. But $2,000, it's such a hard book, dude. Trust me, I've subbed a bunch of these.
Well, it's a tough book.
Tough.
I just don't know if I love it that much.
Nah.
I mean, it's a cool cover. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cover.
I mean, if they had, to me, I mean, I could be wrong about this, but maybe if they ended up using him for Deadpool instead, you know, not save him for like a future Deadpool movie.
He may
liked it.
He may stick around.
Yeah, I'd liked it a little more than Black Widow. That's just me, though.
Yeah. This one, this should have been in the what the fuck section, because first Jim Rhodes, 118 Iron Man, 738. I mean, I didn't even check the prices. I should have. I was just such in shock. I threw it in at the last minute. I don't think this has caught heat forever. It must be tied to some of the Marvel Disney Plus shows rolling in the future that we think it's going to gain some heat. But man, it's kind of an ugly ass cover. Just not one that I can really sink my teeth into.
I mean,
nothing from the peanut gallery on this
no.
one.
I'll get, how about this?
I mean, it's so just ridiculous to me. I don't know.
How many 9.8 do you think of this book out here?
Not enough, because nobody's subbed it.
Right?
Okay.
It's 92 9.8s.
Yeah.
I just don't think people have subbed it.
Yeah, maybe.
There was no money in it before.
I like Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I like Don
get that,
Cheadle
but
as much as the
just
next
don't-
guy. But like,
But it's been
No one
he's
has
been in
cared.
the universe.
for
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
he was
And-
recast, for Christ's sake. No
Yeah.
one cared when it was Terrence Howard.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's Terrence
just-
Howard.
It's like a testament to how crazy the market is, though, right?
Yes. I know Armor Wars. I get that. I just I don't know. All right.
Well, I'm
next
also
couple,
not
just-
so sure he's going to be the star of Armor Wars. Are you?
Nope. Could go anyway. When we'll definitely hit on that later.
What
The
about,
next two, I'm just going to show, and that's all I got. Newsstand, first Boba Fett, Star Wars 42, 9.8, 4K. This one, I actually, God knows how I missed it. Harley Quinn, not newsstand, 9.8, white pages, 4,500 and change. I mean, this was a grand. How long ago? 4 months, 5 months?
I was $2,000.
yeah, $2,000. So it's been floating around. too.
Okay, it got down to what, 1,400 for a while.
Yeah, I had an MCS auction end at like 1,400 probably a couple years ago, and I was not fucking happy.
No, it stayed around there for a minute though.
Yeah, very a short minute, but yeah.
I think until after that Birds of Prey turd.
This is an interesting comment too. I'd hate to be a new comic collector now. I guess that's yeah, right. I mean,
yeah, because dude, you could get like
Knights of
hey, get like
for the record,
one
Knights
Grail
of
a
Wolf is
year.
brilliant. If you guys get a chance to watch him,
What is?
I'm
Knights
just
of
gonna
Old.
not talk because of my lag, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. He's talking about Knights of Old. This guy, Knights of Old.
Oh.
He's a good dude. I like him. Check him
Yeah.
out.
So listen. Yeah, if you're getting into the market right now, man, fuck. If it's
Nico-
card people, whatever it is, man, it's tough. It's tough out here. And I in my head, I'm like, I shouldn't be buying because I feel like I'm paying top dollar, but also I'm like, every book I don't buy, I'm losing money on because they're going up.
Yeah.
So I'm like in a permanent argument with myself right now.
Dude, I was on the phone with Nico and we were talking about that. Like I got those 25 books from CGC and I'm like, do I sit back and hold, or do I wait, or I think it's a terrible decision right now when you have like graded books and like is Spider-Man 2099 going to come and that JG Jones is going to be worth $7,000 at a 9.6?
Listen, if I got a 9.8 of anything important, I'm holding.
Yeah, if you don't need the money, either ask for the moon. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see it on the market report, but I just sold a Vengeance 1 9.8 for $2,000.
Well, there's so much now.
It wasn't the cheapest on eBay either. I think it was tied for the most expensive. But when I sold one at $1,200, I marked it. I threw the other one up for $2,000. Yeah. I was like, well, I guess it'll probably get there. I don't know why. There was one for $1,400 up. I don't know why they didn't buy that, but I'm blaming my free shipping. Yeah. Which was like $50 insured, but fuck, mine sold for $2,000. So whatever.
Take it.
Yeah. And I bought them both for $400 each like last year. So take it. And I don't have any more, but I think
you got out with enough money that you're not going to be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I'm not sad.
This pains me right here.
A 129.94. Ozzy was busting my balls because this was one of the first books I scored a deal on and had a nice 9.4 for years. I sold it to help pay for a family expense in a bad time, about $2,000 a few years ago. And at $4,000, I was okay. It was $4,000 3 weeks ago. I'm sorry, $4,500 3 weeks ago. I was accepting that, and now, 3 weeks later, it's $6,600.
This is the one book I've never owned. Can you believe that? I mean, I've
Not
owned some
one,
books.
huh?
I've never owned this book, and it pains me because I was like, oh, I should buy this. Maybe I'll buy a mid grade. I mean, I don't need a 9.4, nothing crazy like that. But
yeah, I've had 4, and I have none left, and it sucks. The cheapest I ever got one though was $40.
Nice.
Because it's really low grade, and this was probably like 6 or 7 years ago. This little shop in the middle of nowhere, kind of by LAX, with this old man in there, and he had it on a spinner rack. And it was beat to shit. He's like, well, it's what? I mean, it's like maybe a 2.0 or something like that. There's tears on the cover and stuff, but I mean, whatever. I was like $40. I was like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah. And I think I sold it for like only $300 or something.
I pretty much regret every Marvel book I've ever sold at this point in my life.
Yep, all of them. And BA-12s now too.
Yeah. Ultimate Fallout 4 for our buddy Nico, who is still taking a beating on a grade. I'm sure he'll share it later. 9.0 variant, almost $5,000. So take solace in that, sir.
I mean, and I think that's your collector like cutoff to me on a book this big, because 15, 20 or whatever a 9.8 is going to be. Like, I mean, there's just, dude, let's be honest. There's not a lot of people, although there's a lot more new people that can, not a lot of people can play in that yard. So, you know what I mean? Like investing in a 9.0 in this book, like if that's probably this guy's, wheelhouse or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think, you know what I mean? I don't think that's bad. If you start to get in the 8s and stuff like that, it's like, well, I think you're really going to drop.
I just wonder if there's so much of the crypto, like, recently rich, and I don't know how much of it's getting diversified there. I don't understand it, and I think stock market's doing
well too. I know a lot of guys.
It used to be $1,000 was kind of that line of where you're going to start losing the ability to sell it, and now you're right. It's about $5,000 where it becomes slightly less liquid.
I think that's crypto and stock market. Like I see a lot of people like getting stock market rich. Like I mean, yeah, you hit a GameStops and Dogecoin and all this stuff, but like there's a lot of people on Wall Street bets that are getting rich by the day, taking
So-
advice from Redditors.
Doge to the moon, baby.
Doge to the moon, baby.
This is not a huge sale, but first Cletus Cassidy, Amazing Spider-Man 344. You know, the 361's getting out of range. People are chasing this one. $430 for a 9.8. It's a hell of a sale.
Seems cheap.
What'd you say?
I think that seems cheap.
No, but that book just never takes off.
Yeah.
It just never did.
How we
It's
gave
always
away some to Kirkman.
It's always been the
Care.
redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, but none of these books have ever took off, and now they all are. And this one's still only sitting at $430.
Yeah. Do you know how many of those did Robert Kirkman buy from us?
Like 3. I think he bought 2 and we sent him 3 or 4 or something. I don't know. I mean, we just gave them away. We're like, yeah, cool. We don't care.
Yeah,
Right.
literally Robert Kirkman ordered this
Yeah.
on the internet.
Well,
From
what's
us.
going
That's
on.
kind of cool.
This one, next $1,000 Marvel books, Secret Wars 8.
This one was so obvious.
Well, we knew it was going up. It's interesting because I have been watching this one because I bought a couple in the 700 range. I bought the last one, and it was floating at 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Because people keep listing it low at buy it nows, and they'd go real quick. Even right now, for this morning there was nothing under $1,000, and then somebody listed a buy it now at like $925, and I'm like, it's gonna sell. But this price is slowly creeping, and these were the first couple sales at $1,000. So
Did it sell?
this one did.
No,
I haven't checked that
925.
last one. It was pretty recently hit the market. So,
Okay.
but I think it will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's creeping. When there's so many 9.8s on some of these books, I think you get so many people that are just cashing out because they probably got in at $200 and they're like, I'm getting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad buy at $1,000 right now.
This one threw me. I should have put Sean Eagle Eyes on it, but a raw McFarlane G.I. Joe Special Missions 1 sold for $355, while a 9.4 CBCS sold for $280. I didn't see any major defects on it, but I had a hard time believing it was a 9.6 or 9.8. So
I've been looking for this book secretly. I guess not secretly anymore. I've been looking for this book. I know one of our compadres has like 3 or 4 or 5 of these. So
we can guess who that is.
So
this is one of the few books I hoard, like Scotty hoards ASM 300.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
Maybe you need to trade him some bottles of conditioner for that hair.
Well, by the way, there was a really and you guys know how I feel about exclusives, and I bought an exclusive homage to this recently. I haven't got it yet, but I really like it, and this is one of the few Amazing Spider-Man homage covers that I will buy if it's good. And this one's just iconic. So, by the way, everybody out there tonight, hang out for after the market report. We have a world premiere exclusive drop from Wanted Comics. So make sure you guys hang out.
Beauty. It is a beauty. All right. Winding down here. Got a few more. We're on a little bit of a Nintendo kick. Super Mario Bros. #1 9.8 Special Edition, $500. Also, since we did a little Nintendo, the Sonic the Hedgehog 1 from 1991, 9.6, $624.
wasn't it like 350 back in the day?
It wasn't. Yeah, it's climbing, man. Any young video game is freaking moving. Brian, I'm going to tag you in for this one because you're a little more knowledgeable, but this one caught my eye. The 8-Ball #1 by Daniel Klaus.
Yeah, Daniel Close is an iconic creator from the late 80s, early 90s, kind of like independent scene. He was kind of part of that like sub pop at this, Seattle type thing that was going on with alternative music. Daniel Close was really big into that. And 8-Ball was his, magnum opus, like the thing that made him big. If you guys remember Ghost World, that came from 8-Ball. A lot of independent movies and things came from 8-Ball, but 8-Ball was like a huge independent book back in the late 80s, early 90s. So
Is this guy
this is
from
super
Detroit?
underrated. No, he's from Seattle, I believe.
Is he the
He
one
was
that's friends
born
with
in
Dennis?
Illinois, though. He's from Chicago.
Is he friends with Dennis?
I'm not sure. Dennis is in the chat tonight, so shout out to Dennis. Dennis, let us know. I'm not sure. I know he did stuff with Sub Pop late after everything fell apart for Sub Pop, I believe. But he is from Chicago.
Okay,
This is
hold
a
on
super
second.
underrated book.
About 2 years ago, I got the first 9/8 on that book,
Wow.
and I sold it. And from what I remember, I sold it for around 700.
Oh,
So that's a low price.
well, it hasn't picked up at least.
Super underrated.
Well, the
Very
first
hard to
9/8
find in
always
high
gets a
grade.
premium, man.
Is that you remember the number? You think that's your 9/8?
Man, if the census still has just 198, yeah. But man,
Either way,
Yeah.
it's one of those. I like to find some rare gems, man, and that's one that probably nobody's looking for.
John, stick around for end of the market report if you have the time, brother.
All right, still a few more. Sorry, I went long this week. We talked about some Yahoos picking up some rare freaking Wolverine, Deadpool type variants. This guy is one of the rarest, the Wolverine 145 Nabisco cover, Stan Lee, Ramita, Trempe, Ween signed. Cute K. It's a tough book to find in any condition, let alone with all the dang SIGs in that grade. So,
Yeah, I'd like to have that. That's pretty fucking cool.
That-
I've
yeah,
always
that
wanted a
seems cheap.
Nabisco, and I've never had one.
How was that
And-
actually distributed?
It was a giveaway, I believe.
I mean, through the mail or?
I think it was a mail away, if my memory's right.
I'll look it up right now.
which probably explains why it was.
It was
beat
a
up.
mail away. Yeah, it was a mail away variant. To obtain this variant, you had to cut out barcodes from various Nabisco snacks and then send them in before the specified deadline. And then the comic was mailed back to the lucky few. who
Probably in a
spotted it.
paper envelope.
Yeah, there are very few of these. Very few of these.
Yeah, I remember our buddy.
It's Sienkiewicz cover, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember our buddy AC had one a 9.2 or 9.4 that was one of the highest graded forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is one I guess I knew it existed, but I wouldn't even have thought it got heat. Marvel Team Up number 14 with Invincible and Spider-Man, 9.8, 455.
This is a book I remember when it came out because it was a big deal because it was the first time that Robert Kirkman got to do work on a big publication, and Invincible was huge in the comic shops. Everybody was talking about Invincible. There was a little bit of talk about Walking Dead, not as much about Invincible. If I remember at the time, maybe I just hated Walking Dead at the time, but I remember picking this book up when it came out, specifically to read it because it had Invincible in it, and I was a big Kirkman fan. So I love seeing this.
And Invincible just got a greenlit for season 2 and 3. So
Can I just throw a random wild-haired ass theory I had the other night for some reason?
Sure.
Invincible is the inspiration for Jonathan Kent. Like Human Alien Baby, we get all these stories in the movies and Injustice where Superman goes bad. This feels to me like they've really inspired it off of Invincible. Just throwing that out there.
I don't think that I won't throw that out the window right away. I think it's interesting.
They've definitely drawn some inspiration from it, I think.
I was shocked at the price tag on like the rando minor keys in the Invincible run.
Well, especially those early ones are tough. I mean, everything under like 10 or 20 is under 10K print run pretty early on.
Like that Anessa, the first Anessa, like her first
yeah.
appearance. It's like a $200 book on eBay. I was like, oh shit, I got a stack of those. I gotta find them.
Yeah, that series. I mean, even at its peak, was not super high printed.
Oh, see, look at our boy coming through in the clutch. Marvel Team Up 14 came at the same time as Marvel Zombies 1.
Thanks, Drew.
Kirkman wrote it, so
We don't claim to be the smartest. We just know some smart people.
that's right.
All right, a 9.9 sale. Just throwing it out there. Spider-Man number 1, McFarlane 9.9, 13.50.
I think they got run a couple times with zero bids, but maybe it's a different one because I don't know if it made it back to my watch list. But before, like
You've watched it a few times.
I think so. I could be wrong. I definitely watched some 9.9s of this book. I just don't have the same one.
Yeah,
I seriously considered it because it's a 9.9, and I know that this isn't like it's the only 9.9. This book probably if I was gonna guess, are probably 40 or 99s or something.
That's a decent number.
You know what I mean? More than other books. And yeah, I don't think it's a terrible long term purchase. You know,
Like you're gonna strive for a 9.9. I mean, it's an iconic book.
Yeah, and you know, some of these first appearance books for $800, when you know you can get one of the most iconic covers in history for $13.50. You know, in a 9.9 rather than a 9.8. I mean, it's not a bad investment, because I'll tell you what, in 20 years, people are still going to remember who Spider-Man is.
And McFarlane.
And Todd McFarlane, yeah, him too.
A couple more Spider-Man. Venom Gold #1, 9.8, $14.75. That one's seems to be sneakily climbing.
A lot of custom labels I've been seeing on this market report.
This one I just include because I love it every time I fucking see it. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 101. It was trending about 250 probably 6 months ago, slowly been growing, almost hitting 500 now. Lots of these kind of things going on that have climbed from the 200 range to the $400 and $500 range. I mean, Tales from Teen Titans 44. Lots of books moving to the $500 books that I would have never thought would. So
I sold it like 430. I don't feel too bad because I thought I was shooting for the moon at the time. And,
on this one,
yeah, same book.
I have a hard time letting go of this one because I was chasing this before our friend Coy was, even though he got one first because he's a, you know.
This was Coy. The mine was Coy's.
Yeah,
he's not watching, so I can admit it. But I won it, so it's not like I bought it off.
SpongeBob won 9.8, $386. I don't even know what I think about this one. Is it
shout out to the modern modern playbook boys, John? That's what I'm claiming it. Shout out to Jessup Half Price Crook.
Yeah.
Well, I think our buddy here Ben S has talked about it a few times too.
Yeah,
I have a 9.8 of that.
I don't even know if it's drastically undervalued or overvalued.
Well, how about this? There's some sneaky. I guess would you call them variants, McClay, or in the later issues that. Just watch out for them.
Yeah,
I think it's super undervalued. SpongeBob is like,
he's like
every kid that's like 20 years, 15,
like
20 years
Barney,
old. They grew up on SpongeBob. In 10 years, they will all want this book.
So I don't think it's a terrible buy-in, honestly. Sadly, I hate myself for saying that, but in the market we're in, it feels okay.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
All right, almost to the end, I promise. Sealed cases of Berserker. I saw an A copy and a B copy, both floating around high 200s, 300s for 120 copies, which means you're paying about $250 a book, maybe $225. But as we said, there's a whole lot of these floating around. So I guess if you press and grade and you feel like you get lucky, maybe you can make some serious cash. But an interesting, and I wonder how many we'll see. Last book, this has been through this in the chat, and I figured I'd throw it out there.
Christ.
I don't know anything about most of these, but Killing Children 8, 9.8, decal variant 1 and 25, 17.22.
So
big money.
I will go and say another modern playbook shout out to Ben Mr. Longshort. He is a Jeff DeCall fan. Not just this one, just Jeff DeCall in general. I've been trying to find a book for him for a long time. Most of his stuff is really good is ghosts. When I talk about ghost books, Jeff DeCall stuff, you're not going to find it laying around. Hardly ever. So
When this was on the Hot 10, the very first time, I don't know, maybe close to a year ago, it was like $150, $200 raw, something like that. And me and Mel were talking about it, and just like, this is good. This book is just absolutely perfect. And I pretty much made it up in my mind. If I saw one for $200, I was going to buy it. And I've never seen it.
Yeah, sweet cover. I don't know, man. This thing's the cult following or investing in whatever's happening with this is fire right now.
I don't claim to know shit about it, and I just watching as a fucking observer.
I mean, it got optioned, so I mean,
yeah, I get you. I'm tagging out to Brian. I'll see you all next week. Thank you all for listening to my ramblings.
It's easy.
it's easy.
All right. Before I get on to the second part of the market report, which is going to be short this week, I want to remind everybody, please go take a look. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We just got 4 subscribers. We are that close to 4K subs.
Love
so if
it.
you guys haven't subbed yet, please do us a favor. Go over there and sub. Let's see if
4K, no bots.
4K, no bots, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Organic.
No
Like that
bots.
Egyptian green wizard. Organic. All right, guys.
That was not a marijuana reference.
Oh boy.
I want to give
That was
before I
in
also
fact a marijuana reference.
before I move on, I also want to shout out to everybody in live chat. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We are at 209. Please hit that thumbs up button. The chat is fire tonight. Like the chat has been so damn good tonight. All right, here we go. This me and Nico were talking about this earlier in the week. You saw the price on that Boba Fett 42 Star Wars 42 that John showed. Here are 2 figures that sold last couple weeks. The Boba Fett Star Wars droids figure, the one of the grails of that run, sold for 13K Canadian. So yeah. And then a 21 back Empire Strikes Back mint on card Boba Fett, not graded, ungraded, sold for about $6,000. 53 bids on that. There were some crazy G.I. Joe sales also throughout the week. But 3 of them that I really like that I want to talk about are these ones. One of my favorite all-time G.I. Joe moments is the time I convinced my dad to take me to Gemco and get the Zartan figure, because Zartan is a bad mofo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys do not realize how badass Zartan is, there's some problems. We got to change some things. So this figure not only came with his own little vehicle, he came with a face mask that you could put on his hood to change his face because he shapeshifted. And if you put him in the sun, he turned blue, ladies and gentlemen. It was amazing. And every kid wanted Zartan. And I remember getting it one day. It was awesome. And so I still, to this day, own my Zartan. I own also a it's not sealed box, but the box is all there. Everything's inside. It's complete. I love that figure. A AFA 80 sold for $1,200, 37 bids. I love how they look graded in the AFAs. I even love how AFA loose figures look. When they have the file card in there and they're loose, they look so great. One of the other great G.I. Joe moments I had as a kid is waking up to Christmas morning one year and seeing the Crossfire RC G.I. Joe car under the Christmas tree. And one sold complete in box for $422. Looks pretty rough. It was played with, but man, that RC car was dope as hell as a kid. The Serpentor and Shock Viper figure 2-pack is a convention figure. I believe it was a special figure. So if you ever see that 2-pack, you want to grab it. You can see $140 still carded. All right, Ben. This one hurts. I wasn't going to show it, you guys, because I have pride. But I'm cool.
That's good.
March 26th.
Fucking
A Wayne
Christ.
Gretzky rookie sold in March 26, 2021 for $140,000. It sold. Another PSA 9 sold April 25th for $200,000. That is a $60,000 gain in a month.
Dude, but we saw this in Jordan's too, because I know me and Joe were talking about this in the chats too. Do we think this is just the month of Gretzky and then it drops back down? Because Jordan kind of normalized again theoretically.
Listen, this card is, in my opinion, rarer than the Jordan.
Oh wait,
card.
this is way rare.
I don't know, boy. You gotta tell me.
Listen, when people realize what this card is, this card could go up even more.
Well, you told me not to buy the $600 one that was raw.
Well, it was tops.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was tops.
You
But
still should have bought it.
you still should have bought it.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah. So this is the one that hurts me the most, you guys.
Oh,
This really hurts. But we'll move on because like last week there was a lot of football Hall of Famer rookies that sold. I saw quite a few basketball Hall of Famer rookies that sold. We had a Wilt Chamberlain 1961 Fleer PSA 8 rookie sold for $92,000. We had a 1957 Topps Bill Russell rookie PSA 7 sell for $78,000.
Yeah, damn.
We have a 1961 Oscar Robinson Fleer rookie PSA 9 sold for $81,000, and a 69 Topps Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Lou Alcindor rookie PSA 8 sold for $80,000.
And you know what? There's some a little bit under the radar. It seems like to me, some Hall of Fame guys that aren't quite getting the love because they're more new, like they're newer players. So like the Dirks or the eventually Melo here, stuff like that, just sort of flying under the radar. It seems like Tracy McGrady. I'm not. I think even Vince Carter stuff, things like that. So, Hall of Fame players that are current or that are about to be or just seem to be good still at a somewhat decent price in basketball, while people focus on other things.
Well, everybody's chasing hot rookies right now, and I've noticed some weird trends with cards that's going on that I won't get too deep into, but it's totally different than what I've ever seen. The way that prices are going up and down with certain, depending on in season, out of season. Like back in the day, Ben, when it was off season, cards were like half the price, but in season they would go up. Now it seems like it's the opposite. In the off season, cards go up because people are all talking about them. I guess. I don't know. But, some of these cards, like, listen, if you guys don't think that John Morant rookies right now, PSA 10 Prism rookies are a great buy, you're crazy. I know they're like $200, but that is a steal. And even Zion's at $500, like Ben was saying, is a steal. But those are down $200-$300 from, last week. So it's really weird. All right.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Nope.
So we see like X-Men 1, FF1, FF5 through the fucking roof. We are, with the X-Men years and years away. They keep showing that Fantastic Four, but I sure as hell haven't heard any news. I assume we're years and years away, right? The spec cycle's different than it ever has been. I mean, it just keeps changing and changing, and I wonder if that's sort of the same thing that's happening with cards.
Yes. Yep. Big money, new collectors, new money. You're 100% right. People learning new trends are being created and happening, and it's weird, man.
Do we think this is Nat Turner's cards because he has to buy from PSA? He bought PSA, so he had to sell some of his cards.
I didn't know Nat Turner have a big collection.
Oh, Nat Turner has the biggest card collection on the planet, dude. Like, look at his Instagram page. It is fire.
Smart man.
If you're either into comics or cards, I mean, I just think it's a more fun investment than stocks. I mean, stocks you can make a lot of money, but all you get is a piece of stupid paper.
There we go.
This is like fun. Like you get to actually hold. You know what I mean? Like that.
This is where Ben and I agree fucking 100%, right? Like, who really wants to look at data sheets for Enron? Like, I don't give a shit.
Who cares? Look at that freaking Wilt Chamberlain. That is ridiculous. That's like a piece of history. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Take my
I think
breath.
$92,000 is probably cheap for that, honestly. Yeah.
That 61 Fleer set is so beautiful, man. And I love the 57 set too. All right, I've talked about this this sticker a lot on the show, and I don't think I've ever showed examples of it, but I went and grabbed a couple examples. Now, these are from February, I believe, just 2 days apart, but this is to show you guys how rare and how tough this sticker is. This is the Jordan 85 Prison Jewel sticker.
No shit.
$53,000 it sold for on February 18th, and a day later it sold for $48,000. So,
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
So bad.
Yeah, but tough, super tough to find, obviously. All right, now we talked about the Jerry Rice rookie PSA 10 86 selling for $90,000 last week.
Jesus Christ.
Now, another one sold for $90,000, $95,000.
I think I have one of those cards somewhere.
Not in that condition.
Not in that condition, no. But
here's the crazy thing. a PSA 10 Joe Montana rookie sells for half the price.
Wow.
That shows you how rare it is to get those 86 cards centered, decent grade. The green border shows the white corners super bad.
So again, I know nothing about cards, as everyone who watches the show routinely is aware. But I was trying to explain to somebody else about the Reggie White that's out of that set. That's like 12,000 for a fucking 10, and then like loose cards are like $12 on eBay.
And people are also, listen, if you guys remember those old 84 and 85 USFL sets that have the the XRCs of Steve Young, Jim Kelly, Herschel Walker, Reggie White, Doug Flutie, man, if you have those sitting around somewhere, put them away, keep them.
And I think this, quite possibly with this, is nobody's really trying to say that anybody's beat out Jerry Rice as a GOAT. You know what I mean? And I wonder if somehow, Tom Brady, with this amount of Super Bowls and, record for touchdown passes, and also playing in a passing era, you know what I mean? Even though Joe was undefeated in the Super Bowl, by the way, it shows, that could possibly hurt. You know what I mean? And Joe Montana, he's never been able, gotten a gig as an announcer or like part of a studio show or anything. He's had, he's got Skechers commercials.
Well, I think he got ruined by the Chiefs too. You know what I'm saying? Brady moved to Tampa Bay, and if he didn't win that, Super Bowl, I think maybe, what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
because I remember 94, right? It was the Chiefs when was it 94, 95 or whatever? I remember
96.
96 or whatever. Yeah. Dude, everybody remembering it's old man Montana on the Chiefs.
He took him to a championship game.
Yeah, he went to the championship game.
I know.
He played well. He wasn't shot.
And his back was trash.
I know his back was trash. Yeah. I mean, I remember it, but I think it's so. I guess I get the younger guy in the group. I think that's what I remember the most. I mean, I remember 49ers and the heyday of that stuff, but I think every young kid, millennial kid, remembers him with the Chiefs, and doesn't remember the 49ers heyday.
I remember watching Joe Montana take the fucking 49ers down the field in 30 seconds in 1988 in the Super Bowl against Cincinnati. And it was fucking magical. It was absolutely magical.
Magical, blah, blah.
Before Stein has a fucking stroke, and I understand, talk about the Chargers Steelers, and I'll fucking suffer in the same way. I was talking to my local comic shop owner who, when I say he has retired from comics, that's the understatement of the century. He just doesn't give a fuck, okay, at all. Nice guy, just doesn't care. He sort of cares a little more than he did, a year ago, but basically gave up years and years ago. One of those people who just chases people out of his fucking store. About card people coming over to comics, and I was using these kind of examples of regular cards being worth nothing, but the 10s being worth astronomical money, asking him if he thought that the same thing was happening, as card collectors moved over to comics, that they were looking for 9/8 or die specimens, and that if we'd see a similar sort of escalation of high grade specimens of 90s books, 80s books that we've seen with trading cards. He said yes. I think he just fucking was trying to agree with me and get me to shut the fuck up. For me, it's a lot more complicated kind of analysis, because we like to read books. We open them up. We all sort of know that the intricacies of grading comics are a little different than, I think, cards. I mean, cards have to be far more perfect than comics. I just wanted to know if you guys thought that was a thing or interesting, or.
I think one of the guys said it best in the comments. If you scroll up, halfway through, he said that cards are more expensive than comics right now. Like 95 grand for this, right? Now we'll even say 46 grand. All these big numbers you're seeing. When you see a 9/8 for 3 or 4 grand, if you're in the card world, that's shit nothing now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hate to say it,
it's like a Zion base. Stein
knows. Stein, everybody knows here. I mean, card money is different from comic money, right? I mean, your card guy it's like us saying comic book money and then going buying some fucking pogs or some bullshit that doesn't mean nothing. It's like, dude, I'll buy 1 million stacks of those. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when you have that much money, it's like a billionaire playing in, you know, buying like squares for like $10. No one cares. I mean, you know, like.
Here's something kind of crazy, Sean. You're gonna like this one. Well, dislike it, like I dislike it. So, Sapphire. If you guys know the story of Top Sapphire, Topps releases a limited number of their Chrome series with a beautiful sapphire sheen on it.
Are you Phil Hughes?
Oh, buddy, I love Sapphire,
I know.
and I love Garbage Pail Kid Sapphire even more, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, I know.
On the left is a sold break for just the Atom Bomb card. They don't even know if any of them are going to hit, right?
Yeah, you could just completely miss. You paid $13.50 for a chance for the Atom Bomb.
Yeah, and that's for 5 boxes. Not 5 boxes. It is 5 boxes, but there's 32 cards in a box. So there's like, what, 4 packs? 8 cards per pack, 4 packs in that box. So you get 20 packs. Out of 20
it's probably 8 packs, 4 cards a pack.
Yeah.
That's how the soccer was.
Yeah. So it's a very limited chance. And they just want the Atom Bomb. They're bidding on a chance to get the Atom Bomb out of that. Here's a set. You guys can see how beautiful they are. Look how beautiful they look. I mean, they just sheen that beautiful
it's
blue.
So wonderful. It's so wonderful.
A partial set sold for $768. Oh man, I really wish I could get some.
Was this sold out instantly, Brian? Like everything else? Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. Now, this is for bring it back to all you comic guys, for every one of you guys that haven't left yet because of the card stuff. These are still selling.
Oh, boy.
All right, Stein, me and you, buddy, I got a box. Did they start grading them yet?
Nope.
God
They're not going to start grading anything until June. And that's assuming that they actually, and I'm not convinced that they're going to ever have a cheap service again. I don't think they're going to. I think it's going to be. I think the cheapest service they're going to have is $50 a card.
Yeah, but I'll pay for that, and you and I can get together and we can look at all this stuff, and then I'll bring the rest of it home and sell it on the eBay. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh yeah, I mean, I told you a long time ago.
We could do a break. It'll
of course,
be fun. I actually have to get home.
I will say,
yeah.
learning myself the hard way on not necessarily the hard way on comics, you know what I mean, because everything, all the comics I have are owned free and clear, you know what I mean. I don't have like a safe with a bunch of credit card charges and shit, you know what I mean. So like, but with the getting back into the cards, and then now that you can't even open new packs, I feel like I didn't really pay for anything that I really have, especially with last year's like full box of NBA, loads of every rookie. Didn't grade anything. I've been too scared to sell because of that.
Same
with those, and it takes a while sort of, you know, to organize. Like I've had a system for selling comics for a long time, but to do that for the cards, and I'm like, well, thankfully, I've sold a couple cards, but basically I've sold nothing. And so there's like that's good for me. You know, so I'm like, okay, so maybe one of these days. And they're like, oh, they're not even going to grade any cards for months, even if you send a minimal. Well, why am I going to get out the magnifying glass and figure out what to fucking send in if I'm not going to get it graded?
You're talking to the guy who has so many Tatis rookies. Remember Claver just pulling Tatis, Guerrero rookies, all these rookies, and it's like, what do I do with all this shit now? It's just still sitting in, dude. They're all still in top loaders, and they're just chilling there. And I'm like, do I just hold on to them like Trouts and just whatever, man? Like, I don't know. Like Tatis, they just did a Tatis stat. He's like leading every category his first season off of multiple Hall of Famers. Like, it's crazy. Like Pete Rose.
Listen, guys, I just love the fact that we're seeing the Deadpool card still get 200 plus. I don't care if it's graded or not. SGC, PSA, I don't care. It still cracks me up to see that card selling for what it sells for. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the market report. Thanks for hanging out with us.
For the record, the best part is that the bagged Deadpool comics, they're still fucking like $20. I don't give a fuck. They might cost more than that on eBay. I certainly don't pay attention. But I guarantee, Carter, you would agree with me that you could find one for $20 in Akron this past weekend, because the comic people still don't give a shit. That's what's so beautiful about it.
Yep.
And it's not a pull card. It's that card from the bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the card from the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and comic people just don't care. They're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I got a box of those somewhere. I don't care. $20.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, you
swimming in
guys. We've got
I've got
a
like 10. Yeah.
Wanted Comics exclusive tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys, we work with quite a few retailers that we just really like. Good people that we've been dealing with, and do some really cool exclusives. One of them is Wanted Comics, and they actually have some interesting stuff going on right now. Of course, they have right? Over on Drunken Chat the other night, they premiered this gorgeous issue 5 cover. This one comes out, I believe, Thursday. Does that sound right, Sean? You guys?
Thursday? I think so.
Yeah. So this week, I know it comes out later this week. So absolutely gorgeous, creepy as hell. Really, really creepy. Here's the Virgin cover, or the Virgin variant.
I mean, Gallagher's literally destroyed this whole run for haha. So if you have been picking them up, keep picking them up. I'm going to be really happy, to have sets of these myself.
Yeah,
that's fucking excellent.
Yeah,
it's
amazing. That is just creepy as hell, dude.
Yeah,
that's super creepy. So, but not only that, if you go over to Wanted Comics right now, he's doing a May the 4th sale, and he's got a really dope High Republic issue over there. This is the Star Wars High Republic exclusive that he's got right now. Really cool Rancor cover.
Some Will Sliney art.
Yeah, Will Sliney is killing it. He's been doing the Will Sliney exclusives from the whole run. This is a dope Rancor cover. So this one comes out this week too. So if you guys want to go check it out, here is the Virgin variant for that. Really dope. So go check that out. But the book that we're talking about tonight is absolutely gorgeous. I told Drew that it reminded me of a movie poster. And for those of you guys don't know, DC, James Tynion has a new book coming out from DC. Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
my Lord.
Yeah, this is the Nice House on the Lake #1 exclusive, Wanted Comics exclusive by the one and only John Gallagher. Really dope cover, absolutely gorgeous. Multiple people have said it's the Phoebe Cates homage.
Hi, Brad. How hot I always thought you were.
Oh my god!
I knew Sean and I would be friends. I knew Sean and I would be friends forever.
Doesn't anybody fucking knock anymore?
Cruel summer.
I love this, man. I love all the skulls. That is so badass. Yep. There is also the trade version, and the trade version reminds me of a movie poster, right? You could take this out right here.
On this right here,
yeah. You could take this out and put all the movie starring, directed by right here, and this could be in a movie theater right here.
Yeah, for the record, all the other variants I've seen so far look like fucking hot trash. This is exceptional.
It is.
Oh my god!
And other variants weren't even supposed to release.
I cared 0% about this book until I saw this cover. And now I'm like, James Tynion writes it. Cool.
Hey, do you know that I actually collect books where it's water and then like things underneath the water that are trying to?
Oh, no shit.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is like perfect.
Right up your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty. It's pretty great set. It is. It's a 12 issue series. So.
You know the Tomb of Terror zombie cover? I fucking sold my copy of that like a jack off. I'd like to get another one. That's my favorite underwater zombie cover. You know what I'm talking about? We'll talk later. Anyway.
This is interesting because this is John Gallagher's first DC cover. So for you John Gallagher fans, it's always nice to get creator first. You guys know I love creator first. So John Gallagher fans, make sure you guys grab this one. This is his first DC cover.
And my man was in the chat too. People were hitting him up.
Any concept of how many different covers there are going to be for this title?
Oh, I couldn't even imagine. This is going to be.
I've seen a couple more. I'll say probably being that it's DC, probably a little less because some people being down on DC, and also because at like
You gotta pay
DC
for
and Marvel.
3K, right? Don't you have to buy?
Yeah,
3,000 of them?
DC and Marvel. There's like the the minimum print runs, so it's not like Image where you can come out with 500 or
What's this
300 or
book even
whatever.
about?
I don't think anybody really knows yet, right? Do we know what Last House or what is it? The Last House on the
You gotta
Lake?
talk to somebody who reads previews. I'm one
Yeah,
of those people.
I forget. I know it's a 12-issue series, so I mean it's going to be running for a year, so that's a good thing. And then you never know what happens after that, but something what I mean with the one of the most popular authors today, and pretty much everything being optioned.
I won't have to hold my breath for HBO Max, right?
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this is a good one. This is definitely the best cover we've seen. I'm not saying that because we have John on or because wanted to let us drop it on here. It's the ones I've seen. This is better.
Okay, so
by a good amount.
Here we go.
Synopsis. You gonna go or you want me to go?
Yeah. I'll read it real quick.
Do
So
it.
it says, "It all begins with a nice house on the lake. Everyone who was invited to the house knows Walter. Well, they know him a little, anyways. Some met him in childhood, some met him months ago, and Walter's always been a little off. But after the hardest years of their lives, nobody was going to turn down Walter's invitation to the astonishingly beautiful house in the woods, overlooking an enormous sylvan lake. It's beautiful, it's opulent, it's private. So a week of putting up with Walter's weird schemes and nicknames in exchange for the vacation of a lifetime, why not? All of them were at that moment in their lives when they could feel themselves pulling away from their other friends. Wouldn't it be a chance to reconnect? Be nice? Wouldn't an escape from the horrors of their everyday lives be idyllic? Would you accept this invitation from one of your oldest friends? So it kind of reminds me of what's that old story that was like a famous film where all the friends came together in the early 80s.
I was just thinking like every 80s slasher film, this is how they all were. We're gonna all go to this wood house.
And it's pretty cool that it's DC Black Label, man. Straight up.
And they're calling it a season. So it's a 12-issue limited series. They're calling it a season. So they say maybe future seasons might happen too. So
hey, let me ask you this one, guys. Is there a ratio variant for this sucker or no?
I don't know the answer. I do believe that there will be. There will be. To the best of my knowledge, it's not released yet. But that is,
it launches June 1st.
You can't hold me to that, but I do believe there is.
Yeah. Here, you guys want to see the regular cover of it?
Please.
Sure. All right, here we go.
It's not going to be as good as that.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I saw. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No, there was one that came yesterday. Give me 1 second. There. Okay, I think last couple days.
Is that the front cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird place for the barcode, right?
Yeah. So there's actually, The
Big Chill. That's right. The Big Chill. This is a horror movie like the Big Chill.
There's a 616 Comix has one already, but like unless you're getting all of them, no offense to them whatsoever, because you can actually already buy it there. Not this one, obviously, because it's one in Comix. They did already put for sale, but it's not better.
A lot of people were saying St. Elmo's fire.
St. Elmo's okay, yeah.
Yep.
I got linked to the 616, and then some people were recommending buying it, and because I'm sitting here, so obviously I saw this cover earlier today, and I said, if you're only gonna buy one or two, you probably want to wait for Wanted.
Yeah. So. If you guys seen the movie I Melt With You, which is sort of the same plot, it's got Jeremy Piven and Rob Lowe in it. It is unquestionably one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's got those people, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's dark. They basically just go off to the woods to do all of the drugs, and insanity ensues. It is not a heartwarming coming of age story. It is so fucking dark. Oh my god, they should show it at drug rehabs. Dude. That's what they should do. Like, you're just like, oh my god.
Wait, this came out in 2011? This sounds just like my life in 2011.
This is interesting. You guys are talking about these movies, right? One of my favorite all-time movies is this movie. It's called Mood Swingers. It's one of Paul Bettany's very first movies.
Yeah.
Super dark. One of the best performances by Paul Bettany. I mean, he's good in everything, but it reminds me a lot. A bunch of friends get together at a cabin and this and that. So make sure you guys check that out too. Anyways, Wanted Comics. Shout out to Wanted Comics. Make sure you guys go check that out. All right, so 211 live viewers, you guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Do us a favor. Also, sub if you guys haven't subbed yet. We are super close to 4,000 subs. So shout out to everybody in the live feed and everybody that watches us on the replay. We appreciate you. Make sure to comment down below on the YouTube channel if you guys are catching this on the replay. Let us know what you think of the show and what you think of the channel. We appreciate it. All right.
Are we going to drop the news that I did some good things being the CEO of this damn thing?
I think we should, right? I'll bring up. Let me see if I can bring up the website here.
Okay. Now, I'll start it off, I guess.
Yeah.
So, as being the CEO of this illustrious group, I have forayed ourselves into a merchandise agreement, and so what happened was some guy hit us up on Instagram. Nico didn't see it. I actually saw it on our Instagram. Tales
we had one whole fan.
With one whole fan, and that got me inspired is a good word to make some merchandise. So I've successfully made 2 new merchandise items. Mr. McClay is gonna show.
I'm trying to find it. What is it? Teespring.com.
I don't know. I can look it up.
Very organized.
Very organized.
It's awesome that we don't even know how to find it.
We don't even know how to find it.
We're a professional podcast, you guys.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So
Dina made T-shirts.
I made T-shirts, bro.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Oh,
boom!
Uh-oh.
So I made one. So basically, there's 2. There's a classic tee for it goes all the way up to 4X for
women and children.
For the big boys.
Oh no, those are for the adults. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then there's a tri-blend on each. There's a tri-blend and there's a cotton seed. So the tri-blend only goes up to 2X. It's $25. The cotton one is
smaller lads like myself.
Yes. And then
the kid's small.
Yes, the kid's small. And then the cotton one goes for $20 and it goes up to 4X. So you go to teespring.com. We'll send the links out. We can post it in here. We can post it everywhere.
We'll
so I got one with Flipside TV
description.
logo. I got one with the Monopoly Man Flipside. We are taking. How about this? What I'll do is we'll have a little contest.
We're gonna get sued by Kenner.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. It's cool.
It's fine for you.
I have
the Monopoly Man.
I have a great lawyer on retainer.
Not the Monopoly Man.
I know. So whatever, dude. And B, how about we make a contest? Comment in the section in the video below when it goes after this breaks down, and what we'll do is if you have a good t-shirt idea, I'll make a t-shirt. I'll buy one for you and we'll sell it out, and we'll be a limited edition, and we'll do it like a week or something, and we'll drop it. You can never get it again. So any good t-shirt idea from the fans, I'll take some good ones. I'll make some merch. You'll get one. You'll get some credit. I'll do something else. I don't know.
Hold on. This is important. If your idea is that Dino is going to be illustrated holding rival YouTubers off of a balcony, that was already my fucking idea. So
maybe
you're gonna have to come up with another one.
That would be dope.
Oh.
We might actually get sued for that.
Sorry.
So I want to shout out to Brian McClay. He's the one who really set up Teespring for us. Knew about it. Teespring. Here's a little ad for everybody. Teespring does all the work for us, so it's really great. I don't have to buy 1,000 of these and sit on 999 of them. So what you can do is you add it to your cart, and Teespring does all the work. They ship it to you, and it'll be a great time. So I obviously everybody. I appreciate everybody. Obviously, the channel's been doing big things. I'm trying to get back as much as we can. I got the hats I'm trying to do, and maybe I'll get. There's a custom hat site I'm trying to look into.
We had color flyers in Akron. That was
color flyers in Akron.
Big money.
We're trying to get merchandise and knocking out all this great stuff. So obviously, I want to get back to the fans as much as possible. And the
like
crew
a color flyer.
Yeah.
Are those so? Wait, are they actually up on the site? Do you know?
Yes, sir. Yep. Live.
Very difficult to find.
I'll put the description.
I'm sitting at a computer right
Yeah.
now.
Super
I can't even
secret.
find anything to search.
Highly
I can
selective.
figure out how to sell things, but I can't even buy anything.
Hey, don't worry about it. So what I can
We
do
act
is
like real podcasters.
yeah, we will. So after this all breaks down, we will put the description in the comments and in the live chat. We can throw it in the live chat too. I'll throw it after I make all this nice stuff. Hey, custom red blazers. If I can get the goddamn guys to make it, I'll make custom red blazers. I'll make one of those shirts you see, like the old tuxedo shirt. I'll make the custom red blazer. It says CEO on the goddamn thing.
Should really just get it lined with tapes.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell this for like $95,000 when our podcast goes big, and then I can put like Flipside CEO in the lapel here or whatever. And then
Dude,
look,
I
man,
think
I'm not for
Joe's-
sale. But if
Joe's
Netflix
on-
or HBO calls,
you never know, man.
Dude, Joe's onto something with a hat with a fucking party mullet in the back that said like McClay knows on the fucking bill or some shit. Like,
and a detachable beard.
Okay,
yeah.
so a lot of people are hitting a bunch of stuff. So hoodies, I can make long sleeves. I can make
Where
hoodies.
the
So
fuck do you live, Raymond? North Dakota? It's like
Hey,
May, dude.
So, anyways, so anybody can do any of this. So it's hoodies, t-shirts, no hats. I think socks, some I think leggings for women, and then women's shirts. What else can I do?
Wait. Women's they like thigh highs, like thigh high socks for girls.
No, just regular socks. Like
God damn it! I had a promotional idea for a second.
Why don't
there.
you do? Why don't you?
Our
get
Instagram
Flipside
was
socks?
going to be blowing up.
You could take them to the courtroom, dude. Just wear your Flipside socks
It's a
on the
little
courtroom.
weird. I always
I know.
kind of make. I was sort of like to myself make fun of people that wear weird socks.
Weird socks. A shirt with a list of Paul's problems. I like this. Comment in the
Really
in the
dark.
dude. Comment them.
Jesus Christ,
Dude, comment
fucking
in the,
so dark. Oh my god.
so
Poor
all these
Paul.
are great ideas. Make sure you comment in the video to do it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, for the record, the Paul's problems, like individually listing Paul's problems, I think that would be very bad karma. Oh my god.
Oh, look at this
Just
guy.
memorializing the horror. of Paul's
Leg
life.
the red jackets, the Augusta Flipside. You want to see this, bro?
There you go. There you go.
So
There you go.
I try to any ideas too you guys have. Obviously, I try to do as much as the fans as I can. Obviously we all have day jobs. Well, most of us have day jobs. So we try to do as much as we can. Any other ideas you guys have you want to do for the channel, I'm always available. Hit us up. Either Tales from the Flipside, Nico will see it, or Tales from the Flipside CEO. Just hit me up, dude. We try to be the best at trying to do all the giveaways, answer all the giveaways, do all that stuff. So
I also want to remind everybody again to do us a favor and go hit that sub button. If you guys love the stuff that we put out, please hit the bell and
I mean,
so you
even
get
if you just
notified.
kind of like it.
Yeah, even if you just
how
kind of
about this? How about this? All the people who are subbed, tell your friends about us. How about that?
There we go. So we're really close, you guys, to that number. It's just it's bonkers. How about this? So we're at 3965 right now. So
Yeah, look,
again,
and if you're new here, you don't have to tell your friends. But if you've been around for a while and you've made a ton of money off the channel, share the wealth.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're doing fine with cash.
Well,
Like, flush as hell.
I want to remind everybody again, all the great shows. We have Comic Book Women tomorrow night. Wednesday nights, we have the Wednesday night presser. Ultra is doing a good job of letting you guys know of all the new comic books that come out every week over on the Wednesday night presser. And then Thursday nights, you guys, we are doing our best to get the vintage show going. So that should be happening soon. Friday nights, of course, we have the one and only CBSI Hot 10 written by that guy right there. And Saturday nights, we have Modern Comic Mayhem, and Sunday nights, the Star Wars show. So make sure you guys check it out. But tomorrow morning, you guys will find the new Prospect 10 list from the Modern Comic Playbook guys. So make sure to check that out. I also want to give a quick shout out to one of the Modern Comic Playbook guys. That is the one and only Steve Horn from My Bargain Comics. Steve is actually running a special right now. If you guys go over to his eBay page, he is running a special on that Star Wars Legends Legacy Epic Collection. I got it at 50% off, I believe, right now. So you guys can go check out. He's got a really cool score on these Star Wars Legacy trades. So go check those out. If you guys are interested, that's mybargaincomics.com, and then you can
What's
guys can
the
click
ticket
as you
on
like.
that? How much?
$44.
44?
Well, yeah, it's usually 85, but he's got it now for 44.
That's a great price.
Yeah,
it's a great price. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I do want to say too that what else was I gonna say? So that's all done. Oh, if anybody you got the flyer, McClay? You got it handy. So if anybody on the channel, or not on the channel, but as a subscriber or fan wants to do some little self promotion for the channel and do some little bit of stuff, I'll send you some books. We'll do some stuff. I'll show everybody the flyer, and then just send it to it. We'll give you the thing, and you can go around and spread some goodwill. You know, you're going somewhere, hand out some stuff for us, man. We'll give you some books. We'll figure out what to do. You know, get the word along.
I'm trying to find it here.
I'm sorry, I'm springing out things. I'm just thinking about things.
Well, no, we would like guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, guerrilla marketing, man. That's all good.
Yeah,
you know,
dude. The highlight of the Comic-Con in Akron was Carter telling me that there was a small child that like walked up to a dealer and gave him our fucking flyer. I was like, yes.
Tugged on his shirt and everything. He's like, excuse me.
So check it out. We got the cool thing about the flyer is obviously the scammy section gives us the direct access to YouTube. Obviously, if you are not subscribed to Key Collector Comics,
we know when to sell your books.
Yeah, you
when
get
that key alert happens, it's time to list.
Yeah, you get 2 free. You get 2 free weeks from Key Collector, but the cool thing is that we just want some cool. Yeah, we just feel like that black and white. You do some black and white, just give it away. You don't got to kill your machine. Print it at work. There's an OP tip right there. Print it at work, and you're good to go, man. But yeah, so yeah,
nobody thought my always trying to do a little joke was funny.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to get into
not even a
pickups?
sticker?
No.
All right.
I thought Dennis saying. Oh boy.
Unpackaging.
All right. Who wants to go first? Who's going first?
Carter's got it.
Carter, you got it?
Unpackaging, yeah.
Ready to roll.
All right, let's do it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Dino, you got it?
Yeah, I got you. I think Dennis's joke about you getting lift shoes, doing that as a merchandise thing would be kind of dope too.
You want to wear lifts?
No, you're gonna wear lifts.
I was gonna say Dennis is my height. You guys all act like I'm fucking short. I'm as tall as you are. The only motherfucker that's taller than me is Stein, but he's taller than everybody.
Well, Leg's bigger than you too.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Leg and I could have fun. I'd let Leg just throw me at people.
Rocket group, baby. It's right here. Let's roll around the fucking show.
I have little regard for my own personal safety.
Hey, is anybody else as excited to see Carter wrap his hand around the book? I just love seeing him palm the comics. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, Carter's also not a tall guy. He just has huge hands. Jesus.
I mean,
that's why all the girls like you, huh?
No, boy.
I think my mom did some shady shit when I was in the womb. I should be a lot taller than I am.
Same here, dude.
Long arms and hands and shit. Dude. But I'm not that tall, though.
Milk and cheeseburgers, man. Feed your kids milk and cheeseburgers. Trust me.
All right. So this is something that I have had my eye on for a while. So we got... the hell is this? How's the light? Let's do the light. Oh, sweet.
Pretty good.
Okay. This is New Avengers Volume 3, number 16 point now. This is the 1 in 50 variant. So I bought this because this was the first appearance of it's like a other universe version of Dr. Spectrum. This is a female version of that character, and it's also the first appearance of a group called the Great Society. But like everybody except for that female Dr. Spectrum dies, I think in like the next issue or something like that. So I think the main reason why I bought this is the first appearance of Dr. Spectrum. So And this book
Very
really
cool.
doesn't go. Yeah, the book really doesn't go for too much. I think I paid maybe $15 for this. I think.
That's good. And I mean, as a number 6, get a 1 in 50 for number 16. There's just, I mean, that's probably not very common.
Yeah.
Very good, probably for that series,
All right. What's next? Oh, let's do some of the convention stuff. All right, now this book here. So with the Demon #1 from 1972. Now I'd shown this off in my haul video from this morning, and
What's it look like, buddy?
it's about a fine. I think this was 20.
Oh shit!
And I made the
Oh yeah.
and I mentioned that if DC had gotten their shit together, like around the time Marvel did, then this book would be like the hottest book by now.
Yeah, it'd be like $800.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So because I'm thinking like if DC had gotten their shit together, like maybe 2010, like they'd be just now getting around a Demon. And
It's a Kirby.
It'd
It'd be like Silver Surfer. Yeah, it'd be like FF48.
Yeah, and this wouldn't even be a $20 book. This would be like at least $150 book. Off of general principle.
Yeah, you're being kind. It'd be like a $400 book.
And this is the best thing I found at that show. I finally found this dumbass book, Strange Tales 150.
You got a nice copy too.
Yeah, that's a good copy.
Yes.
You and Lauren you each got the 2 copies at the show.
Yeah.
I was
Whose
pissed.
name's written on there?
Terry Davis.
Yeah, former running back, right?
Hey, shout out to Terry Davis, wherever you are. So I think I got this after the discount, I think I got this for like around $30. Yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh, Master of Kung Fu. I found this for $1.
Ooh.
So we went to a dollar sale like afterwards, and I happened to find this. And this was like, and this dollar sale was going on for like 3 hours already. So, and I was still able to find this for a buckety buck. Ooh, also at the show, Masters of the Universe #1. Now you have all the yeah, and you're in what you got Voltron, you got Thundercats. Those are $100, $200 books. So why not Masters of the Universe #1? So is this the first Masters of the Universe #1?
Yeah, the miniseries came before the 12-issue series, and it was in DC, and the 12 issue is actually Marvel.
Okay.
Marvel Star.
All right.
And so, yeah, but I mean, DC Comics presents 47, obviously, the first He-Man and Skeletor. So.
All right. And ooh.
Can we hold on? Let's
Sure.
use this to Segoo just for a second, Carter, and talk about something. This Dark Horse, right? Recently, didn't Dark Horse talk about a Masters of the Universe line? Don't they have a Masters of the Universe line coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's going to be like a prequel for the show, and it's gonna be a miniseries. The best part about it to me is that so that's it. And so the best part to me, so that's number. That looks like Mignola, but Sinkovich, I think, does.
Yeah, this is Mignola, and it's garbage. No offense, but that is not good.
That's awful. That's awful.
So, but Dave Wilkins, to my opinion, the greatest Masters of the Universe cover artist of all time, and I don't think there's only a couple people that you could even talk about a couple covers, but like body of work, because there's not tons of Masters of the Universe comics. By far, Dave Wilkins, and he's got the covers to the rest of them. But for whatever freaking reason, these idiots don't have them on #1. So Dave Wilkins doing the next is the best part of this. And also, so this is leading up to summertime and leading up to the Kevin Smith series that's gonna drop on Netflix. And I've been waiting for this. Masters of the Universe, everything has already been going up. It's gonna take over the world, and I'm here for it. And I will be tested the most that I've ever been tested, having one of the I probably have like a pretty premier slab collection and backups of Masters of the Universe just as a fan over all these years. I actually sold the Wilkins variant. I have more than one copy. I would never not have one for like $2,300 last night. And so the Dino found for $3 once, but so I think Masters of the Universe right now is about to launch, and I'm probably going to help it along because I'm actually going to probably do an Instagram series on the stuff that's come up over the years. And Carter, great shirt by the way, spectacular shirt.
Snake Mountain.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And speaking of 80s, and speaking of more 80s toys, we got some more Japanese version G.I. Joes.
Nice.
Shipwreck and
slick, dude.
Everybody's favorite
Flint. Really, really nice, one of the nicest Flints I've ever seen of the peach card, tri cards sold recently, AFA 80 for like $2,000 or something like that, I think.
Like just ridiculously expensive. And I'm like, you know what? You can have that. I'm going for this.
Flint was always my third or second pick, man.
Yeah. And my man Shipwreck with the Jack Nicholson voice.
Yeah.
Polly. So I think this one was 178, and I think this was 168.
Not bad.
Stuff.
When I met Carter, dude, and we went to Dennis's place, and Dennis has the craziest amount of toys I've ever seen in my life. I didn't know Carter was just a comic book dude, and he was a toy dude, and it just insane. Just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all Carter wanted to talk about. He didn't give a fuck about Dennis's comics. He's like,
I know.
But let's talk about the toys. And I'm like, all right.
All right, who's up next? Who's got pick up?
I'll go next. I only have 3, so it doesn't matter.
We still got we're gonna end it tonight, you guys, on MCU talk, but we'll go through
big
pickups
stuff
real quick.
So I got I don't know if I showed this before. I think I didn't, but whatever. If I did, who cares? I bought a pulp. So I think I sold it like a pre-show or something. So Astounding Science Fiction. I just saw it because it was cool. Skull cover. It's got like
yeah, that's a no-brainer, dude. That was such a great buy.
Yeah, it was like $20 or something. It was cheap. I mean, who cares? I mean, it's a little beat up, but I mean, now I'm that crazy pulp guy. So.
If you guys ever want a pulp, the Bookery in Dayton, Ohio, is the author of Pulp. They know everything about pulp. That's like the pulp price guide comes from there.
Get the fuck out of here! I didn't know that. I just stopped. Oh,
so
and they've got pulps all over the place there.
I got a set, and look, I can even do it like Carter too. I don't care. I don't care. So this is Hive Comics Cult of Dracula #1, I think it is. Hive Comics. This I bought a set because I actually told the boys, I was like, they had the color one. I'm like, dude, you guys should do it in black and white, and they actually did it in black and white. So I had to buy a set because it was my idea. So yeah.
Who's the artist on that?
I'm gonna blank out because they had a problem with these in printing and they had to go back.
She's Marjorie Chi or something like that. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Marjorie Chi, I think that's who it is. But yeah, so I hit up Hive and I hit up Jonathan, nicest dude on the planet. I was like, hey, it'd be cool if you guys do it in black and white. He goes, oh, that's a great idea, and then he actually did it for me. So
Maria Key. K-H-E. Yeah. Maria
She's incredibly talented.
Yeah, dude, she really is. It kind of do I hate to say rip it off and say it's Natalie Sanders? I don't even know.
Well, she's from a different country, and my understanding is there are certain things she cannot draw in her own
and she's
country.
a tattoo artist.
Nice.
So looks like they're still available, but dope covers. I was super stoked they actually did the black and white for me. So I just threw it up as a prayer. I thought that'd be a cool thing, and they did it, and it was dope. So that's all I got so far. I've been on a not buying spree. I have some books I gotta turn around, but me and Carter are gonna go to the show next week. So or this weekend theoretically, Sunday. You know, Carter. You know what the problem is? You know what Sunday is?
What Sunday?
It's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
My wife is probably not going to be happy. I might be divorced on Monday, boys. So,
who's next?
I can go.
All right. Ben's out there just loving it in Chicago.
Yeah, see, what's amazing is everybody says there's a ton, or you can't find anything, but I haven't. Every time I come to Chicago, I find something new. I'll run through these fairly quickly, but this is a store I actually have never been to, and this guy sold his variants with the. So he sold like the variant, and then on the other side was the main issue. So you got like two. So there you had this Widowmaker variant with Black Widow and Mockingbird, and the last issue of Sweet Tooth.
Nice.
The variant.
Oh.
I can't put my hand around the. I can't do it.
I didn't know that the last issue of Sweet Tooth had a variant. That's sweet.
It does.
40 has a B cover.
Yes.
Is it a ratio?
It is.
Sick, dude.
These are really hard to find, like impossible to find. These are Disney Pixar variants, incentive variants. So I got Cars with Tow Mater and this Toy Story one. I've never seen these before. They're really hard to find.
Probably good buys. Yeah.
Got a this is an Elric Matina Virgin variant that's just sick.
Wow.
Come on, Si. What a $1? Would you pick these all up for $1? You fleece this dude? Come on, man.
These all were like $8 for the regular and variant. So pretty much
love it.
Great.
Secret Warriors 6 variant.
That's the Cheeks variant.
Yeah, this one. I just wanted this because it's Green Lantern 28, the combo pack, which is pretty hard to find. These came in the same pack. This Steve Rogers Captain America 1, the second print,
nice
hip hop, and the second print,
nice,
whatever it is. These are really hard to find. The Last Unicorn, the number 1,
wow,
and the incentive variant, which is like a ghost.
Oh wow,
well done, sir.
Is it in your notes in your next ghost hunting article?
Yeah, this was a cool. This was a cool Campbell Danger Girl revolver number 2, and it came with the Campbell A cover too. So that was cool. This is a really hard to find Marvel Zombies Elsa Bloodstone incentive variant.
Fuck yeah, it is.
That book is that hard to find?
Yeah, it's hard to find.
You got 2 of them hoes.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Good, you can hook me up with one, Carter.
I finally found this one. This one came with the regular issue as well, the Larfleeze Christmas special variant.
No, yeah, never seen that.
Yeah, I never get that. The same store, I was able to actually. I went ahead and paid the money and got the Black Widow 6 Raza, and got the Marvels. The Lotto. He had both of those, so I just went ahead and bought them. And then these two, I'm super, super pumped. I've never actually seen these before. It's X-Files number 1, the I Want to Believe.
No shit.
Incentive variant.
That's fucking great.
Good stuff,
I look for that all the time, bro.
I've never found it.
Neither have I. Well done.
And the conspiracy X-Files conspiracy Transformers 1 and 25.
No shit. Well done.
That I've never seen this before either.
Dude, you find shit in the wild that I can't find on the internet.
I agreed. 100%.
Crazy, dude.
So, and I got like $20 in like bucks to respend at this place.
Dude, Jen is gonna hate you, dude. That's like her stomping ground, man.
I know. Well, this was like this was.
You didn't show any Star Wars?
Yeah,
I looked through all of his variant stuff. I actually had to go back a second day because I didn't. The first day I stopped there and he closed in like 20 minutes, so I went back the next day. I was looking at stuff. It's on the south side. Yeah.
Very cool. Who's next? Sean, you got anything?
Yeah. Real quick for pickups, I want to give a quick shout out to a Discord group that I'm in called Department of Comics. Really cool group of comic people. They have a premium membership. I'm doing some pressing for people over there. It's free to join. They do have the premium package. Like there's early access, some exclusives, a lot of categories, movie talk, spoilers, hauls, chat rooms, a lot of good people, a lot of different things. I mean, if you guys aren't familiar with Discord, it's it's as close to sort of the GP. Yeah, so this I want to show them on here. So if you want to join the Discord, go to departmentofcomics.com, but just like that, DEPT of comics.com. So not the whole thing spelled out, just like that. Obviously, not a period in the middle of the address there. So so I'm giving pressing deals as premium members and stuff like that too. So that's it. And great people. Scroll down the bottom of the website, click Discord, and then you can try to request to join, and it's pretty cool. And so since I only had one pickup, and I might not have another one next week or the next week, because I went and got this book.
Woo!
So I don't know if anybody saw the sale. I think I did pay over GPA there, but considering the way the world's going and everything going up, I'm pretty sure this is a safe character that people have heard of before. So, and I've always really, really wanted this. I looked up the number on it. It was graded in 2005. There's no possible way this, like, by looking at it, graded 16 years ago, that it was pressed. I don't know how much more it's going to go up, but for a 1/8, like, I mean, the color on this for being a 1/8 is really, really super nice. Yeah, so I think I was the highest on that, but
what's so fucking wrong with it?
This I don't. It said it's got. I did not buy the grader. I didn't buy the grader's notes, but I did look up the grading date. It does say one piece of tape on an interior cover. Like, I care.
Yeah, who cares?
I can't tell. I am going to spend the $10 on the grader's notes. There's no possible way this thing's ever been cleaned or pressed. Like, there's like some of the little corner here with like little pages bent back a little and stuff. Nobody bothered. They just handed it over and got it done. And in these books, they're all leaving whatever. And for a 1/8, I mean, I just think it's like a beautiful copy. It looks like
God, is it?
Dude, I think this, like, as far as I can tell, I don't know about the centerfold, but the staples are attached to the cover. I don't know. I can't see what's wrong. So, I mean, I know what's wrong, but I can't see why it's not, a 4.5 or something like that. So I'll buy the grader's notes, but yeah, and it can probably press up, but it's not missing any. It's not missing any, like, little corners gone, but it's not missing like any like major chunks. It wouldn't. So
I mean, I've seen 1/8s that look like they got run over by a car, but the cover's on, so they're like, all right, it's a 1/8.
Yeah, exactly.
That's only like 2 grades less than that burned giant size X-Men.
Yeah, exactly. and like I can see here. I mean, this is probably where the tape's at inside. That's it bled through a little. That does not make or break for me on this book of one of my favorite characters of all time that I've never had. I almost bought John Z's more than once, and he sold it a while ago. And he's probably not happy about it. And I was waiting for him to, like, so as soon as he got off the show tonight, I texted him. I was like, "You didn't wait, asshole." but you know what I mean? So it was a little over 5, but at 2.5s is it 6,800. You know what I mean? I think a 3.0's at $10,000 this month. And so I'm like, screw this, the Thor movie or whatever the hell next month. And if there's something liquid that if I can put this, get my money back out of, I think these day and age, I think this is this. And there's not a lot of copies for sale. So at least if you're looking on eBay and stuff like that, where a lot of people are looking, I didn't check all the rest of the websites and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm very happy. And my pickups next week, you could probably just skip me because there's nothing else coming in the mail. But I got this guy, and I'm really happy. He goes in the safe, and hopefully this works out better than other cryptos. So
congratulations.
There's a 2.0.
Thank you.
There's a 2.0 that looks about a full grade worse than that one. It looks burnt. It's there's pieces missing everywhere on this book.
Yeah,
so,
and it's 8 something on eBay, right?
Yeah, and it's $8,000. Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, see how it goes. It was one of those where it was a high starting bid things. So I think there wasn't. So I think I paid about maybe $600 more than the starting bid. You know what I mean? They just don't get the watchers. There wasn't a chance as much for the bidding war, in my opinion. And that would be, I mean, you're going to gamble, but with that book and what's happening right now, that is a book that people aren't going to miss if you run a 7 or a 10-day auction. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
anyway.
That's how I got my Mask one. I think people that put those like high reserves are they're fucking morons. If you're listening, don't do that.
How about this?
Yeah.
Save $2.
Would you guys buy a Golden Age book that has 11 on the census? That's a mid grade for like $450. That's a Baker cover. Would you buy it for how about $395? But it's CBCS, not CGC.
I don't have a problem with CBCS. So the long value
that doesn't make any difference.
If it's a Golden Age book, I almost prefer rolling the dice with the CBCS. Now I'll cross them over.
It's one of the most iconic Baker covers out there. I'm looking at it on eBay. I'm just, do
Which one is it?
Yeah, that's definitely not one of the most iconic Baker covers. We talked about that.
No,
that's just a rando crime Baker cover.
Yeah,
but it's a fucking good buy.
It's cool. I'll
definitely fucking cool.
I'll tell everybody after the show. How about that?
Yeah.
Jason?
Yeah, it's definitely a good buy. Yeah, pull the fucking trigger. You've been talking about it for a week.
Yeah,
pull
just
the trigger.
buy it.
Pull the trigger.
Maybe. We'll see.
You keep talking about it, it'll be one
I
of
don't even know what book it is,
covers.
and I'll buy it.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Down goes the gauntlet.
Here goes the eBay guys. Everybody, every 204 people out there.
I don't think it's on eBay, is it?
Yeah, it's on eBay.
Oh.
Anybody else got any pickups?
I mean, I sort of do. I got those CGC books back. You want to save them since we got no time?
Yeah, let's save them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. To end this night, you guys, we definitely want to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff that happened over the last couple days, 24 hours. We saw, I don't really want to get it. Do we really need to get into Black Widow stuff? There wasn't really anything crazy with the Black Widow stuff. Some of the cool things that I noticed was the Shang-Chi shots. There was some couple of shots of him like doing some like superpower type stuff. Even though he doesn't have superpowers, that was kind of interesting. But I think the Eternals was some of the best stuff, right? We finally saw Eternal stuff, and for a little bit we saw, it didn't look bad, right?
Yeah, my understanding is all those shots of the Eternals are years and years old, that they've just been sitting on them. And that's why we didn't have like a big presence for the Black Knight, that he wasn't even cast when like some of the stuff was shot.
Okay.
Well,
that's at least what people who know more than me said.
Was Black Knight in this?
No,
I know
he
he's
didn't
in.
really see him.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about him because I'm not properly prepared with what I need to buy and sell by then. With Kit Harington playing that character.
Yeah. I think that could be a really big character. We talked about him a couple months or a month back, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a sleeper, that's for sure. But that's a cool scene right there.
Druig was in the shots. They indicate that he's probably going to be the big bad or a big bad. There's a lot of theories rolling around about, sort of like rewriting the Thanos parentage story or telling it in some way. Didn't get to see the Celestials, which I thought was kind of strange. I thought they would have sort of maybe hinted at them, but I guess if they're going to be those cold characters, maybe that's not thematically appropriate for the Stan Lee voiceover. But at least from what I'm reading, Emma Chan's character is going to be the star of the film. So those Eternal Threes, I think, are going to see a big price spike here as we get closer and closer to the release of the movie.
And she's playing Cersei, or?
Correct.
Yeah. I always thought that Angelina Jolie was playing Cersei.
No, she's Thena. That's Eternals 5. The Cersei character, for those who watched the podcast that didn't just sneak over here from a baseball card shop, was a big fucking deal in like the Avengers books in the 1980s and 90s that nobody read. And she joins the team with the Black Knight. They're romantically linked, and she's got some sort of romantic interest with Icarus, who first appears in issue 1. I think those books are ticking up. Remember, there's price variance for all these books, which kind of make them more complicated for people to try to spec on. I think Star Wars has kind of demonstrated that, and Sabretooth and some of the other books. I don't know if you guys have an opinion about how the market's going to react to price variance.
I don't completely. I know I thought the Eternals 2 price variant was actually a little had been going a little lower than I thought it should have been. Things were listed up there and sort of stayed. To be honest with you, I'm just not as in depth into on Eternals knowledge, and sort of like kind of left.
You ever try to read it? It's fucking unreadable.
No, I haven't.
It's fucking horrible.
I always bought Eternal ones because I was like, okay, it's a number 1, and I found them for $5 for years on top of years, and so I definitely sold some. I definitely still have a handful left, and I kept a lot of the Eternal stuff that I have. I guess it's starting to be that time to dig them out. Is it really unreadable?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. I've got like a small stack of stuff that every time I send books to CGC, I'm like, maybe I could send these. No, not yet. No, not yet. And now I'm to the point where I'm like, maybe I could just sell them raw and never fucking worry about it ever again. I subbed the Black Knights that I had. I had like a halfway decent 47 and a halfway decent 48. I think they came back at like 8.5s. I lump me in the category of people who have just been kind of like meh about the film.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's been my category. So I'm not looking. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'll be there on release day with popcorn and fucking chocolate and shit. But
yeah.
Well, here were some other things that they showed, that some title cards. Spider-Man No Way Home announced for December 17th. Didn't really get much other than that. This is some of the interesting stuff. I really like some of these title cards that they talked about. Also, obviously, we know about Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Dude, Dino sent me a 0.5 ASM annual 1 that sold for almost a stack on Sunday. It was missing. It was incomplete.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the Thor: Love and Thunder that we were just kind of hinting at with Sean's big purchase. That's coming out May 6th, 2022. And then here's some interesting stuff, right? The Wakanda Forever. And I got some. Let me see if I can find them here. I think I got some photos here for those that I'll pull up while we're going through them. Here we go. These were obviously, a lot of people talked about these. This is all the title cards there and everything, and it adds a couple more, right? But
it adds the TV shows.
Yeah. It adds the TV shows. These are all the movies, right? These are all the TV shows.
In fact, it's missing some of the sort of like the X-Men. Theoretically, they're not there. There were some other ones I thought of that they just didn't include, but that's the best looking one I've seen.
Yeah, but the Shuri stuff, right? Like, we all knew this was going to happen. There was a little bit of talk that it wouldn't, but I think it's just obvious. So watch Shuri stuff get ready to go crazy again. We already kind of looked at these, obviously, but still interesting to see. But some of the stuff that I really liked was this talk about the Marvels, right? And if I go back over to that Screen Rant page, the Marvel stuff really interesting, because that kind of made me go, whoa, what's that? And then Nico's like, oh, they're going to have all the Marvels be together in one. And you said, Monica Rambeau, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and then Kamala Khan. But a lot of people that are talking about that this could be also Adam the Blue Marvel's intro. So that's very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. So we'll see what happens with that. But
why would they throw him in there with all the females?
Because he's a Marvel, man.
I know, but I would think that they'd want that. This seems more like a female centric. I think if you threw him in there, I think that would throw off the whole dynamic that they're trying to go for.
Might save the fucking movie though.
It might. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but that let's be honest. I mean, it could be people, not just speculators, buying the Atom #1s. I don't know. Like, you know, they've been selling for way too much money, in my opinion, for this for just a pure speculation on something like this. You know, it's not like he's some beloved character that we just figured out or something. I keep seeing like the shittiest copies. Like, I think just people like store owners bought those, didn't bag and board them, and then eventually, no, those things are all beat to shit, man. Like that book is tough. It's not a tough book to press, but it's a tough 9.8 because I don't feel like a lot of people took care of these books because nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, I love that miniseries though.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I read the trade paperback late in time, and maybe I gave it a little extra attention because it was like a gajillion fucking dollars already. And then I was able to promptly sell the trade paperback for a few $100s because Marvel just won't reprint it. But I like the storyline with Adam Bashir and Monica Rambeau. I like the actress that plays Monica Rambeau. I have no idea about the actress that plays Kamala Khan. Obviously, she's new. But whoever the fuck wrote Brie Larson's character, she was lackluster at best in that first movie. And I'm an apologist for comic book movies. So I hope whatever take they have on it, it's substantially different than what we've seen so far, which has been real cookie cutter kind of, you know what I mean? It just not like a lot of depth to the character. At least not compared to the rest of the Marvel universe.
No, that was, some people agree, some don't. I agree with you, Nico. That was sort of
in my cat.
Yeah.
My wife liked
or Nick Fury in his eye. Yeah, I think I thought the one fatal flaw was building that up for so long with an unknown character, with an actress who did an okay job, but didn't come through as like a megastar like some of the other people that literally come save their fucking asses. And people are like, wait, that's what happened? You know what I mean? And I'm not talking just like comic people are like, wait, that's what I'm supposed to buy? Like, or not purchase, but like, the end that is wait, she's comes in like that, and I'm like, well, it is what it is,
That Marvel superheroes book may be a fucking buy right now. It's about free.
Okay.
Yeah. The first Carol Danvers, I mean, they're cheap.
This
okay, 13 or 12 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This cheap. Looks like a fun little, Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. I think we know what we're getting there.
Hopefully Doctor Doom and Fantastic Four.
And this was nice seeing a date for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
What do you guys think about all the Adam Warlock spec? I mean, is that just people trying to unload their books or just being hopeful? I don't understand what the fuck you do with him without the Infinity Gauntlet. You have like a Magus story or a Magus or however the fuck you say. I mean, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Surfer be a better move to put in Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Surfer, Galactus.
For Guardians, probably. Well, if you remember, he's been there. They teased it with the Gold People already.
Absolutely.
And so they basically said he was coming. I don't know if they went away from that. And this Guardians of the Galaxy team from the 2008 series, the only character missing is Warlock. He's an original member of the team that just didn't make the movie. And I invested a lot in the Warlock. I did what I thought was well on it, to be honest with you, which clearly I should have kept some of those Marvel Premiere ones. Because that wasn't a tough book to Strange Tales 178, or just a Warlock 1, the what is it, 1 through 15 with Thanos on the cover of 15. He was always an integral part of that Marvel universe, and just they said he was coming, and then they moved on, and then he wasn't. So I don't know. We'll see if it's Warlock, but like I already bought and sold so much Warlock stuff. To me, that's a lot of money to spend on somebody who's never going to be like a mega star of any of these movies. But then again, so were half the books in the market report today. So
yeah, Kurgan Wins real quick asks, "What's the link for the nice house on the lake variant?" Thanks. Let me go ahead and remind everybody. Go follow Wanted Comics. That's Wanted Comics, Comix, Comics with an X, on Instagram, and that to date is to be announced. So the book comes out June 1st, so I imagine sometime around then. So yeah, if you guys will follow Wanted Comics on Instagram, or you can go to wantedcomics.com also to follow stuff where you see his May 4th sale. But I suggest going over to his Instagram because he updates a lot of stuff, and he's got this. Yeah, that's right. He's got the Star Wars High Republic #5 that goes on sale later this week. Gorgeous Will Sliney cover.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, May the 4th at 12 noon Eastern. So, and then the Ha variant, of course, goes on sale on May 7th at 12 noon Pacific.
Yeah, Drew's just a real gentleman. If there's anyone that like does this kind of stuff that has an opportunity to talk to him and just shoot the shit. He's a wealth of knowledge and just a real kind soul.
Yeah, here he is opening I love how he does his little CGC.
For those who don't know, Drew used to contribute to the Wizard Hot 10 way back in the day.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love that variant. Look at this guy picking the same books I like.
He forgot he bought those.
He does.
He sent all those. He sent all those to get signed like a year. It took over a year or something to get some of that back.
Nice.
But yeah, and also, hey, just as being a good person, when we used to do a lot of CBSI charity auctions and purchases and stuff like that. Like there are a lot of 1 in 500 and 1 in 1,000 variants that are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars that were sent out there. So if you're new to the community that all of us basically met in. Which is, kind of somewhat died with our friendships didn't, but some of the, some of it died when Google decided to delete Google Plus. It was our meeting place. And we did a lot of good things for people. And Wanted Comics was always a part of sending plenty of books that did really well for a lot of people.
Yeah. And he's still doing that on eBay, right? Like, so he'll run these charity auctions for like the American Cancer Society, or just like legitimate causes.
Barbells for boobs, which is literally actually for cancer. And yeah, and if you bought out his use a bot to buy all the books from his site with like similar but the exact same addresses, he cancels it and runs it for auctions for charity and gives the books away. So, yeah. You know what I mean? Kind of cool.
Guy's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So make sure. Are great books. Yeah, if you guys want that nice house on the lake cover, that awesome John Gallagher cover, make sure you guys follow Wanted Comics with an X. Wanted Comics with an X on IG.
Romita Remastered 1 in 1,000. That's a nice
strong 9.8. What's up?
Yeah, he likes to say that he's the world's dumbest retailer, but far from it. Absolutely far from it. He
not
is a
one
stand-up.
but two.
Yeah. Stand-up dude, doing really good stuff. So make sure
it
to
3.
check out.
Yeah.
See,
don't ruin your own market, dude.
Make it 4. Oh my lord.
Well, he's got 2 more. Let's see what he pulls out. Oh, make it 5.
Dust that one off because
Yeah, he should dust his shoulder off.
And let's do one more.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. Good for those.
What's up?
So shout out to Drew at Wanted Comics. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out tonight. We appreciate everybody in the live chat. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are 34 subs away from 4K, you guys. So do us a favor. Go hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And make sure you guys
leave comments about the t-shirts.
That's right.
Yes. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out. Much love. Peace.